Although, sir, uh, yeah, now just a few months left for the mains examination. Many aspirants are actually very much tends to confused with what has to be the roadmap, the strategy to finish optional GS papers, qualifying papers, or essay paper
altogether
in a short span of time, and how to score well. It's a concern for many. So it is for all aspirants out there. We are just doing this video, so watch this till end. Here we are giving you some very practical solutions which are being experienced by our previous toppers. So if you have done that preparation part of the GS papers, now it is your self-study and your self-revision. For that, yeah, in a 2 months time, how to finish that revision part. 5 to 8 a.m., 5 a.m. to 8 a.m., 3 hours you can spend on your optional part. What do you think, Altaf sir? Is it, I said optional is one of the most yielding area.
Yeah, initial thing
Yeah,
you have to
500
focus
marks.
the optional thing. First thing first, in optional and essay, these are two pair we can easily score more well.
Exactly. So that is something, what I say is that optional and your ethics essay kind of papers are the most yielding areas, or the score of these papers will decide whether you should be in or out in the final game. So the most precious hours or the most quality time you spend your high yielding areas like optional or your essay, ethics kind of the papers. So in this routine, I suggest you morning hours. If you wake up early, it's 3:30 or 4, that is also fine. At least 3 hours, I think they have to spend into the optional part.
Yeah, it's fair enough for by routine wise.
Routine wise, yeah,
daily
yeah.
routine.
That's something you have to spend in the morning. Some people prefer in the evening. That is up to you. It is your personal choice. 10 to 1 p.m. I would say you are GS. Most of the academies, including Gallant IAS, we are doing these GS revision classes. So every week, at least 3 revision classes we are doing. So that the morning to 1, if you are doing it yourself, make sure that your GS 1, 2, 3, 4, or at least GS 1, 2, 3 subject wise revision has to be done, and not revision value addition, that must be done in the morning 10 to 1 p.m. I think this is also a practical solution.
Yeah, this is also practical, and we also providing guidelines for the 10 to 1 a.m.
Exactly.
We are providing personal training,
Yes,
and
we are
time
giving a
allocation.
personalized, customized, routine for this 10 to 1 GS revision part. Okay, how to do that side and how to make these revision notes out of it. Then 2:30 to 5:30, again, I would say that we all know that, yeah, coming to prelims and mains also, there is, a good weightage of the current affairs, especially purpose like GS2, GS3, GS4, etc. Yes, there is a superimposition of current affairs. So this integration of static with the current affairs is again a task for aspirants. Many don't know how to balance, how to connect current affairs with the GS topics and themes. So of course, the current
Because
affairs.
the current affairs will this will make unique answer.
Exactly, exactly. When you go for the current affairs, especially political governance, constitution, international relations, social justice, or economic development, agriculture, disaster management, security, they're all these current affairs needed in order to have a very good practical.
Small span of time. If you recall the current affairs with GS, it will really make unique answer.
Exactly, exactly. So that making answers unique, that is one of the crucial part of scoring well, or getting an edge over others, making your answers unique. For which current affairs will help you a lot with your conclusion part, with your body enhancement part, with giving unique introductions, etc. These current affairs will help you a lot. Okay, or to have a very balancing answers also, or a practical solutions also. That all these current affairs matters a lot. So that superimposition part can be done in the noon time, 2:30 to 5:30. In between, you can take breaks. It's all subjective. 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. we put it for answer writing. What is your take on that, Altaf sir? 8 p.m. to 11.
Yeah, this is ideal time for answer writing because most of the students are working professional. Those who are busy in morning daytime, they can really opt this time to answer writing.
Yes, yes, yes.
And
This
also,
is something.
In Gallant also we are providing online live mentorship during
Exactly,
this time for answer
exactly.
writing.
We have this online answer writing practice and offline too. So 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. what we say is that most of the working aspirants, they may find the time suitable for them. Also, this is something, I mean, you don't know how that much, we human beings don't know how that much 24/7 retention power. We do these things in the daytime. So this is almost to the exhausted time where you can practice answer writing. That is a kind of, relaxing activity. So you can practice answer writing. Answer writing, we have GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4, essay paper, and this what is called optionals, etc. So optional, along with the optional preparation time, you can practice answer writing, no issues. But at least GS and this what is called GS papers, you must practice answer writing. Answer writing, I would say that you have these different sort of answers: 10 marks, 10 marks, 15 marks, 20 marks questions are there. So, and also the way of approaching answers different. GS1, the way you answer history questions, the way you answer polity questions, GS2, the way you answer economic questions, GS3, or the way you approach the case studies in GS4, all are different. So you must have a, like what should I say, that unique templates for each segment or each topic or each subject of answer writing. That's very much important. So give due time for answer writing practice. Most cases, most of the aspirants, ignore this part. They simply do just like prelims, kind of revisions and
Yeah,
note making, and answer writing is
they will ignore the unique part. They will just consider body part.
exactly.
They will not consider introduction, conclusion, which will make more different
Yes, yes, yes.
compared to other aspirant.
Exactly. Because see, this answering, I would say that if you make an answer just like others, it will not, help you to crack this exam.
It will not fetch mark
Yeah.
compared to other.
Yes, this problem is that out of 10, you have to get up to 4.5 or 5 out of 10. That's a task. 3 out of 10, everybody can score. 2.5 out of 10, everybody can score. But that will not help you to, clear this mains paper. So how to write unique answers and scoring answers, that is very important. It is a, I would say that it's a constant effort is required.
Yeah, out of 10 student, everyone know the content. Everyone learning from same textbook. So the presenting way is a most
Yes,
important
that's
thing.
that's
So the
a
practice during this time and make sure it's happen.
exactly. This is very important because this is a mistake blunder many aspirants commit. They simply sit and they learn and revise and make these notes and templates, but practice part is almost nil. That is the biggest danger part of mains preparation. So answer writing should be duly taken into consideration. Then in this routine, I say that Saturday is dedicated for essay writing. I would say before this August 22nd or this mains exam, at least people must practice 10 to 12 essays.
Yeah.
This is very important because essay is also something most of the aspirants ignore. They say that essay can be 1,200 words can be done by all sides and multiple sides, but this is not like a dumping of informations. It's a beautiful work of art. I mean, yes,
It should be organized.
organized. Yeah, multiple dimensions and connecting these multiple dimensions in a well balanced manner, and all things matters here. So essay and different types of essays are there.
Yeah, different
like
models essay that we can write as in a different method.
methods. Yeah, so those things matters a lot. So with an expert mentor or expert mentors, you must get the reviews of essays and you must improve this every aspect of essay, not only the structure part, content part, you see presentation part. So many aspects are there, or there are different angles where your essay can be improved. That only could be done with the help of a team of experts or maybe your expert essay mentor. Okay, Sunday is dedicated for test. So this is also just like prelims. You have to take a number of good tests, subject wise, section wise, and this full test you have to take, because test is something which will help you to recheck what you prepared, what you learned, what you done. It's a self-assessment. That way you have to consider this.
It will evaluate yourself and evaluate your answer.
Yes, yes, yes.
Those area which are you are not
Yes,
enough.
this matters because you see 3 hours time. This is you are getting 3 hours time. You are getting exhausted. The problem is that after a long break, you don't have the habit of sitting and writing for 3 hours. Now the problem is in 3 hours, 250 marks questions you have to do. That is 10 plus 10, 20 questions you have to do. Mostly this is 10 marks, this is 15 marks. So the fact is that every answer you have to finish. 10 marks answer you have to finish in 6 or 6.5 minutes. Then 15 marks answer you have to finish in 10 or 10.5 minutes. So this is really a task. This is really a task. I mean, out of 20 questions, if you feel that I will do justice to 10 questions, I will ignore 10 questions, then you are out of the game.
Usually student gets saturated while
Saturation, yeah.
3 hours.
So
So make sure you should make that habit.
exactly,
That
this
for
has to
okay.
be a habit, and then only you can, because this time management part is very important, and writing very well structured, well tailored answers to every questions, that also matters a lot as far as scoring of each paper is concerned. So these are something which I would or we would suggest you for all the aspirants out there. And for Gallant IAS Academy students, we have a very well crafted, curated program for you.
Yeah, we have monthly plan and daily routine plan
Yes,
and
they
weekly plan
exactly
also.
daily routine and this monthly plan. Please take care that, I mean, whoever you are North Indian student, South Indian student, you are a senior student, you are fresher student, whatever. See, no one else can help you to crack this exam unless you decide to do things yourself. Don't look into, yeah, there are lots of, retired officers in front of you, or a huge segment, or people in front of you. Nothing will save you unless and until you decide to do these things yourself. Nothing, no system can save you. So make sure that for all GS papers there must be proper revision duly done, or that is in a timely manner. You have to do the revision part, you have to make that, structured notes for each, and this optional must be done, and this answer writing must be done, this essay writing must be done, Sunday test, revision test must be done. And the mentors and the academies or institutes, they are there to guide you what to be done, what not to be done, or how can be done it in much better way. But the 60% of the work is yours. So if you are complaining that you don't have the time, or you cannot balance this much time for preparations and all, please make sure, humbly, simply, this is a fact that this is not prelims, this is mains. And of course, quality time must be spent for improving yourselves in this optional part, GS part, or your essay part,
Yeah,
etc.
especially after the coming 2 months, you have no other choice. You have to do this. You have to work 10 plus hours daily. Otherwise, you are not in the game.
Exactly, this is something, I mean,
You
if
have
you
to
are
do any other way.
exactly, we don't have other options. You are a working aspirant or a full-time aspirant, whatever, or whoever you are. This is important that at least 10 hours daily you have to spend into this preparation. You can balance yourself. There is not, it is not necessary that you have to resign from the job, but
But you have to compromise something in your life.
yes,
Whether
some sacrifices must be there, then only,
you have to save
because
your time
exactly.
wherever you're possible.
But yeah, it's even during work times, if you are getting a break of 1 hour, that you can spend 1 hour for the GS preparation. So wherever you get during traveling time, whatever the time you get, somewhere you have to sacrifice, you have to give at least 10 hours daily. Then this can be, because mains, the last minute, if you go for this test and all, that will not save you. Many aspirants think that way also. After doing the preparation in the last month August, I will take the test. That is a foolish idea. The last 14 years I have seen so many people fail because of this reason. So don't wait for the last minute revision test and all. Now, along with the revision part, now itself you start taking test. You are not able to answer, that is, another case. I mean, there is no problem, your faculty will help you. Content enrichment part or answer writing part, your faculty or your mentors will help you. But this has to be done from now itself.
Especially 2 months, you are not supposed to do alone. Okay, you need a team support. Then only you can able to manage this server within these activities and all.
Exactly.
So make sure you will get a support and you will get a teamwork, the backup.
Now, also, sir, this is something I said that we must share with these aspirants. One first and foremost thing I would say that many aspirants don't give importance to this part, syllabus. See, we have the UPC gives the exact syllabus for this GS
Yeah, we
1,
have
2,
extra
3,
blueprint
4.
what and all we
Exactly.
have to study.
Yeah,
So
90% of the questions are directly from the syllabus part only. So here it is very much important. I would always say that from my experience, I would say that yes, in the syllabus, every topic is mentioned. There is, you have to underline every keyword in GS1, GS2, GS3, in the history or in the geography, in the culture, society or polity governance, constitution, IR or social justice, everywhere under every subject, the keywords, key topics are given. Just underline and make sure that these are imprinted in your mind. What are the core keywords or topics in GS1, 2, 3, 4? That must be imprinted in your mind. Take a photo, print out of your syllabus, stick on the wall and to read it multiple times. make sure that you are well versed with each and every keyword of your GS 1, 2, 3, 4 syllabus. So understanding the syllabus is very much crucial as far as clearing this mains part is concerned, because what I say, for every topic you must have a 150 words or 250 words content. That matters a lot. If question comes from any topic, 10 marks or 15 marks, I would say this 150 words or 250 words content you should have for every topic. That matters a lot, along with the current affairs. Okay, so that's why syllabus you have to comprehend very nicely. I think Sar's
Yeah,
opinion is also
the
the same.
material, the data, which and all you are getting in your mind, it should be syllabus oriented. You
Exactly.
not mug up anything apart from syllabus.
Yes,
So make sure, always make sure the formula in your mind.
because
Then it
this
will help you on the journey. Otherwise, you
exactly.
will get the time, the energy, everything get wasted.
Yes, yes. Because the problem is that in a panic mood, you start collecting any piece of information from any piece of internet. That
Yeah, nowadays
eventually
information is overloaded.
is it's overloaded, and lots of false informations are there. This chat GPT is there. Lots of tools are there where you can generate informations and content.
People are not getting, the students are not getting segregated. Which and all we need to
Segregated.
study, which and all we not
Yes,
need to
yes, yes.
study.
For which even you can use Evernote kind of these, like solutions also.
Make sure it's syllabus oriented,
Syllabus
topic
oriented.
oriented syllabus.
Exactly. That's very important. Then this is something we said just now. Don't
8 to 10
compromise this
above.
part. Yeah, this has to be done. Whatever is compensated, or whatever is like a missed, that has to be compensated in the weekends. Okay, so this is something you have to set a mind plan for that. Then another important thing, we would always say that at least 10 years, Gallant IAS will release 10 years PYQs. This 10 years PYQs is going through the 10 years PYQs is very much essential
That will
as far
help you
as.
the gravity of the theme,
Yes,
the portion. It will
yes,
help
yes,
you
yes.
to understand very easily. Maybe some of the portion you can easily skip due to the gravity. So if you know, if you want to skip or if you want to save the time, you should know the PYQ gravity, the theme, the portions gravity, and how much it will important to the mark, and how much they are related to the UPSC point of view. So for that, PYQ is really important. At least 10 years you have to done.
Yes, yes. This is something very important. As I said, that in order to understand the depth and width and gravity of your papers, you must go through the PYQ, because PYQs will help you. At least 10 years analysis will help you. What are the higher yielding areas, lower yielding areas? What are the priority areas? What are the lesser priority areas? This understanding is very much essential, so that you can spend quality time over higher yielding areas, and you can also have a calculation what all things must be done in the first priority, or in the first schedules, what all to be done in the last schedules. So for which PYQ analysis is very much important. Then we would say that this understanding is also very much essential here. For example, coming to GS1, you must know that what is the mark distribution, or how many questions being asked from this, like for example, modern history, or freedom struggle, world history, post-independence, art and culture. Similar way, yes, geography and society. You must have a proper understanding how much questions being distributed or asked from each area, and from each area what are the priority areas. For example, I go for modern India. Okay, modern India, I can divide it into 4 segments. If I divide it into 4 segments, I will take that 2 segments are the most priority areas. So the thing is that that is the way you must have a proper division. You must know what are the higher yielding areas in each GS papers. Accordingly, you have to set your revision program. And another important part is answer writing. What is your take on this, Aldav, sir?
Here we already told that either night or weekly or at least 3 days in week you
Hmm.
should sit and write at least 3 hours and make sure it will make a habit. If you want,
Yes,
if you need in that habit, you have to take a baby step,
yes,
and
yes,
so that you should write a mains program. So
yes.
then you will get an idea. You if you're planning or this whole thing you will do your own self, it will mess up because you don't have that much time, you don't have that much energy. So answer writing, make sure you get that habit, and you get that support, and you get that dimensional point from your mentor.
Exactly. So please take care. Answer writing shouldn't be ignored. That it shouldn't be compromised. Answer writing, as I said, yes, you should write practice in a paced manner. So as sir said, yeah, this has to be done in a paced manner. Yeah, set a time like 10 marks question you finish in 6 minutes, and this 15 marks you finish in this 10 minutes. Something you must have a plan accordingly. You have to do this. Yes, this is also most of the toppers suggest you that you must have common templates for each. For example,
Because during exam you don't have time to think, and you don't have time to script, you don't have time to plan. You should have scripted template in your hand.
yes,
You should have your stock your own hand, then only you can provide
yes,
by the
yes,
time.
exactly. When it comes to this value addition notes, templates, for example, coming to case studies, you see, you must have lots of, I mean, it is nice to prepare templates for each dimension. You say that there is, like with regard to, or
But
simply
it should
coming
be
to
happen before the exam,
before the
not
exam.
during the exam, or not before 15 days of exam.
Yes, yes,
It should be happen next 2 months,
yes.
and during the process of your taking the subject.
Yes, coming to case studies also, we have seen so many case studies are so dry, and it is so like I mean, when you analyze from different stakeholders' perspective, how to connect to the different multiple perspectives or multiple solutions to these dilemmas, or how to bring in these various examples in the case studies, especially real life examples and all. So these things you can already, I mean, to various case studies, various situations before the exams, you have to practice a good number of case studies, and you must have the template for each, I mean, administrative examples are there, or constitutional exam, different examples you
Yeah,
categorize
these
it
are the
to.
thing really important from examiner point of view.
Yes, yes.
From
So
there, you will fetch the mark. You need a good mark. You need a above mark compared to others. You the both of thing you have to make sure prepared in your hand. Otherwise,
yes,
you will get in trouble.
similar way, coming to second and third papers and all, you must have templates for these international reports or stats, and these constitutional like amendments, or these Supreme Court, High Court judgments, SDGs. So with regard to our government schemes, so you must have templates
The
for.
value addition, especially
Yes,
you don't have time to make all of these stuffs,
yes,
because
yes,
during exam you have only you need to at least spend 10 plus hours in your daily time. Then
yes.
in between you don't have time to make this on. That's why we are saying make sure you get a support or mentors, or from a value addition point from backend.
Exactly. This is something you see when it comes to the society part or social justice part, or it is culture part. You see lots of examples. I mean, lots of, maybe it is these factual examples you should have, especially art and culture and all. You are talking about the temple architecture. You are talking about this, for example, these contributions, or maybe about how a source describe these social, economic, cultural situations. Must have the examples here. So that is why this must be done uh, much earlier, then only you can be revised and bring into this paper. Another thing, I think, yeah, coming to answer writing part. Answer writing is again, it's a concern for many aspirants, but the problem with many aspirants, due to this inertia, or maybe that kind of an inferiority, ego complex, whatever it is, they don't do this answer writing. If the faculty gives 1.5 out of 10, they feel so bad and tensed, and they stop answer writing. But please accept it as a fact here. If you get less marks, it is due to multiple reasons. Maybe the structure part is boring, or the content part is boring, or this demand is not adequately addressed. I mean, different question is having different parts, and the demand is not adequately addressed, or it is not balanced, or way forward is missing, or maybe your answer is not pragmatic, it is idealistic. I mean, many reasons can be there, or it is not a constitutional ethical ending. Many reasons can be there. So the feedback you accept, positively, and to what all the feedback you get, try to take the tips from the feedback, and try to improve your answer in the every next round writing. So answer, sir, this
The
always
structural
we say
part,
that, yeah, structured answers.
it should be done, it should be need your answer, but it will not come quickly. The thing
Yes,
is you have to keep on writing until you get this thing, because it is cultivated.
yes, yes, yes,
It's not prepared, it's not getting during that exam. No, no,
yes, yes, yes,
you have to do it, you have to keep on writing until you get a good structure, then you are
yes.
safe.
That's you. Please take care. What all these templates you prepare, model answers you prepare, or transcripts you copy paste, that will not save you in the exam hall, because there you get bunch
Especially
of
the
fresh
ChatGPT and
questions.
all.
Yeah,
If you try to get an answer from ChatGPT, there's so many structure, but that's not your structure. If you need your structure, brainstorm, do yourself, and do it yourself. Then you will get, and it will cultivate it, and you will get from yourself. Then in any panic time, in any moment, you know, you will not get tempt. Okay, you can easily cultivate a, you can easily get a structure for your answer. It will fetch your mark. How much content you need, what all content you need, it doesn't matter. If your structure is not good, it will not fetch mark.
Yeah, this is something you have to take care. I mean, chat gpts or so many things are there with those structured answers. If you copy paste, that will not work out. You brainstorm or you just do it yourself, you think in your own way, develop your answers, get it repaired or get it corrected by your mentors, and try to, because that spontaneous writing skill you have to cultivate, that only work out in the final exam hall. That is something we are sharing with you. Take it positively, okay? uh, because this video's intention is not to pamper you, not to unnecessarily motivate you. This is to share you some realistic things regarding this mains preparation and mains exam part, okay? Then I would say that in the questions you will come across lots of directives. If it is not too much important, but still you must have a basic understanding. That means analyze or analyze and
Elucidate,
critically
comment,
analyze. Yeah,
yeah, everything you need to, because UPSC expecting some kind of professional answer from you. They need some kind of structure, some kind of demand. They are demanding through directives. So you should understand, you should analyze, and you should get in your mind. These are the things they're happening due to these words and all. Especially critically analyze,
yes,
critically
yes, yes.
comment.
That critical analysis means you have to critically approach the answer. You simply writing it's a plus and minus, or it's a what is called a merits and demerits, is not the critical analysis. So what I said is that yes, there is, of course, you
Yeah, and
have.
subjective also. That
Yes,
we should understand how they subjective. Also,
yes,
from that also it will come by writing answer until we get.
exactly, exactly. So there are lots of keywords like this: discuss, comment, illustrate, evaluate, or justify, or analyze, or critically analyze. So these things, just try to understand what they mean to, what they expect from your side. Okay, so that understanding is essential. That also you mind. Then we say that answer writing is always topic specific. I said it, or we said it. GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4 are having different approaches of answering. So that magic you should learn from your mentors, your toppers, okay? So that is very important, and this is very critical, very crucial, that you are in a convention center and you are listening just like millions of people. That will not save you. Main part is like I say, it is just like, helping a small baby, his father mother helping him to practice walking. The same way, here you need an individual mentor here, or you need personalized mentorships. Because answer writing, you imagine, for example, you get one or two answers feedback, and they are saying that, okay, this way you practice, or like other top scoring people you practice, or check their answer. That will not work out here. Maybe you need to write maybe 50 or 100 answers for each paper. Then only your answer would be improved. But here important that how much number of answers you write. Maybe it is 20 answers, 30 answers, 40 or 50 or 100. Till 100 you must get the mentorship. That expert mentorship matters a lot. Your answer, your mentor should have that patience to go through your answers, content wise, structure wise, all the aspects wise, and should give a very, very, very realistic feedback. That gonna help you. So this again, see, conclusion part is important. Yeah, conclusion is
Most of
yeah.
the student conclusion introduction, they're really facing difficult. It's a universal truth. You will get confused, and you will get you don't have that much unique conclusion and introduction, but you will get by writing and by getting your mentorship and getting your the varied ideas. Then once you understand, once you manage the situation, you can able to write. Or else you will, it's really difficult to balance the conclusion and introduction. First thing is you have to manage it. Second thing is the way you approaching the idea you getting based on the theme, and it's also subjective, but you can make sure and you can make unique answer from giving this point of view, the introduction and conclusion.
Yes. So this is something, please take care. I mean, many are confused. I mean, somewhere we have seen introduction is like conclusion, conclusion is like introduction. So many are pointless regarding how to write a good conclusion. So conclusion, usually every topper say that your conclusion has to be ethical, it should be constitutional, it has to be pragmatical, or it has to be what is say problem solving or solution oriented. So this is theory part is fine here. When you write an answer, when you write a conclusion yourself, then only you find the difficulty. So in order to overcome that difficulty, you have to practice it. Simply listening to or maybe by hearing certain answers, that will not save you. Okay. So conclusion has to be unique because conclusion is the last part of your answer, and this is the most impressive
Yeah, it
part
will
of your
impress your
answer.
examiner.
Examiner. So this has to be unique. This has to be yours or organic. This has to be addressing, or maybe it is well balancing this entire question. So many things are there with regard to conclusion. So usually there are lots of students, they prepare templates for these introductions and conclusions. That is also good, but when it comes to a conclusion, it shouldn't feel like, okay, your intro body or structure part is different and the conclusion is other universe. Shouldn't be like that. It
It should be
should,
connected.
yeah, connected. So that element is also very much important. So a proper inflow or a proper flow of your thought from intro to conclusion, that has to be maintained, sustained. So many things are there with regard to that answer writing part. And coming to essay, one thing I would say that yeah, essay Altaf sir, I have seen so many people ignore this essay part. Essay, we know that they have to write this 125 into 2. Two essays they have to write. It's 250 marks. So two essays means out of four choices, they have to pick one for each section.
Yeah.
So 1200 words. In 1200 words, that is something around 12 pages you have to write
Yeah,
a
right.
single essay. So 12 pages, and this is something in this 1.5 hours time, total 3 hours time, 1.5 hours time you have to finish each essay. So the problem with the essay is that yes, having an intro and this multi-dimensional body and
Yeah, same like
conclusion.
GS. We have intro, body, conclusion.
Yes, the same
Pro-
pattern is there,
yeah,
but
proper
this is,
plan and proper organized way and proper
yes,
structure, you will easily get managed
yes,
this part.
ഇത്
Otherwise, you will get difficult.
ശരിക്കും പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ it is not just like that because GS part only that exact content is required. Here your creativity also required, or maybe your what is called some additional contribution also required. And see, the point is that bringing multiple dimensions in order to write 1200 words, definitely you have to journey through multiple
Yeah, generate
dimensions.
multiple dimension based
Yeah,
on the theme.
based
So-
on the theme, that theme shouldn't skip from one dimension to another. That shouldn't happen. So this connecting multiple dimensions and traveling through a single theme, that matters a lot, with lots of case studies, examples, and sayings, quotes, and this
Yeah.
current relevance, etc.
Because examiner should feel engaged
Engage,
and it
yeah.
should be worth.
Yes.
He should feel it.
It must be like reading a very interesting script of a movie. It shouldn't be like this. After two paragraphs, the examiner is collapsed. Hit on the desk and died. It shouldn't be like that.
Yeah, unlike GS, we should know make how to para, how to start para, how to end para,
Yes,
how to
yes.
intro and body connect, and how
Yes.
to conclude, and how to conclude with the integrated body. This part you should know and you should train. Then you can easily manage. Or else,
Yes.
you will end up like GS answer.
Yes.
Then you will not get fetch.
The problem with many aspirants is that maybe this essay is not a philosophical topic. Of course, you can bring one dimension of
It's a
philosophy.
philosophy, but it's not philosophical writing.
Yes,
They
that's
are expecting something.
yes. Somewhere I have seen that yes, the topic is something. Maybe it is metaphorical, or maybe it is something philosophical. But throughout this essay, you are simply uttering or dumping whatever the philosophy that is not the essay. Okay. So there are lots of things coming to GS topics, philosophical topics. You see, how to balance different dimensions in the accurate measurement, that matters a lot here. Okay, for which a good practice is essential for essay writing. Coming to essay, I would say that lots of templates here also you can maintain. For example, different narratives, sayings, real life examples, or case studies. So many things you can prepare for the essays. At least in different dimensions you can. For example, education, environmental, intellectual, or societal, political, democratic, or different dimensions you can prepare. It's not necessary that take everything from the GS. Okay, and taking everything from GS will not work out here. Obviously, you can take the content, but presentation is something different. I would
People
say
often
that.
get ignore this part.
Yes, yes, yes.
Actually,
So,
they should get trained.
yeah,
Then they can easily fetch the mark.
exactly.
Above 120,
So this
130
this
plus.
matters. This matters a lot. All of you, please take care. Another thing is that your qualifying papers. Qualifying papers, again, this is again another area people ignore, because we have seen that just because of people couldn't crack qualifying paper, they failed mains. That also happens. So qualifying papers means you have English paper, and if Malayalis, there is
So one language
Malayalam,
will go.
or Tamil, or Karnataka, Kannada. You see, you have a regional language, 300 marks. But even though it is qualifying paper, that the qualifying marks or percentage you must achieve, for which you must have practice of qualifying papers also. So these are something which we would like to share with you. Anything else, Altaf sir? Okay. Apart from this, I think that there should be a proper discipline aspirants must maintain.
Yeah, the whole process.
All
They should be
process.
in the game. They should be in the frame at
Okay.
least 2.5 months,
Yes, yes,
or
yes,
else
yes.
you'll not you will not gonna make it. This
Exactly.
is a reality.
Yes, 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 yes.
Somehow you have to manage it. Somehow you have to sacrifice it. Somehow you have to save the time.
Exactly.
Anyhow, but
So
it should happen.
that's very important, and mains is very easy. It will be a cakewalk provided you have a discipline, you have a consistency. Even if 70% of the syllabus is done, yes, rest you can do with your practice
Yeah,
part.
remaining how you manage, how you gonna manage it.
Exactly.
But for the managing part, you have to get trained
Yes,
from your
yes,
mentor,
exactly.
from the institute.
Because if you check the toppers answers last 4 or 5 years, most of the answers you may feel that how silly, not a silly, they are not extraordinary answers, just average or moderate answers, still they cleared. So that much is enough. But the problem with many aspirants, they are overthinking, or
Yeah.
they are themselves filling with over content.
They know the content,
Yeah.
but they don't know how to present. And
Yeah.
they are not well enough, well trained to present the answer
Exactly.
within the time frame.
Exactly. So these elements you please take care. All of you please take care, because otherwise mains will be tough for you. If you do this path or this way, this is cakewalk for you, or this will
Make sure next
definitely.
2 months you get it trained from your mentor,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you don't have you can't take a chance, you can't take a risk during this month. Make
Yes,
sure you
yes.
will get that and go through the process. You will get in. You will in. But otherwise, it's really difficult, because this have some professional way. It's a certain way you have to do it. Only
That's
that
it.
way you can do it.
Exactly. So get the support of your mentors wherever you are, and do it in the most finest way. You will crack it. So this is the final word from our side. You see, yeah, of course, take the support of your expert mentors. Do your best and give equal weightage to your practice part along with the revision part, and just enjoy this process, especially answer writings and all. Just enjoy and be receptive to the feedbacks, and just try to implement them in your future answers. All the best, and Gallant is always there to support you at any part of your preparation. So feel free to contact us and get the support. Stay tuned. Thank you.
Gallant IAS, chasing your passion to ace.